bold move by President Trump has sparked controversy and raised questions about the U.S.'s approach to drug trafficking. The recent strike on a drug-carrying submarine has led to a unique situation, with survivors being repatriated to their home countries. Trump announced that 2 survivors of the U.S. strike, originating from Ecuador and Colombia, will be returned to their respective countries. This decision comes after a series of U.S. attacks on vessels in the Caribbean Sea, with this being the first instance of reported survivors. The attack, which took place on Thursday, is part of a larger operation targeting drug trafficking routes. According to the administration, at least 27 people have lost their lives in previous boat strikes off the coast of Venezuela. The 2 survivors were rescued by a U.S. military helicopter and later transferred to a U.S. warship.
Colombian President Gustavo Petro confirmed the repatriation of the Colombian survivor, expressing relief that he was alive and would face legal proceedings. However, the situation is not without its complexities. Trump has defended these boat attacks as necessary to curb drug flow from Latin America, but critics argue that the lack of evidence and details provided by the government raises concerns. Trump himself has made bold statements, describing the destroyed submarine as a drug-carrying loaded submarine and referring to the survivors as terrorists. But here's where it gets controversial. UN-appointed human rights experts have labeled these U.S. strikes as extrajudicial executions. Trump's authorization of CIA operations in Venezuela and his consideration of attacks on Venezuelan soil have further fueled the debate. A use of Narco-Subs or homemade submarines has become a popular method for drug transport due to their stealth and disposability. Coastal nations like the U.S. have intercepted some of these subs in the past. So the question remains, is this a necessary and effective strategy to combat drug trafficking, or does it raise ethical and legal concerns? What are your thoughts on this complex issue? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments below.